We're here with members of the Tufts University men's soccer team who just defeated Amherst College 3-0 in the NCAA Sweet 16 at Bello Field from left to right. Senior co-captain Sterling Weatherbie, head coach Josh Shapiro, and senior co-captain Connor Mieth. Coach, can you make a statement about the game?
You get to this stage and every game is incredibly difficult. And when you get a familiar opponent, it's maybe even more so. You know each other so well. Teams are built to take away some of the things that you're good at, and you've got to find a way. Your kids have to dig really deep to get a hold of the game, and then they have to execute at a really high level. And I was very proud of our boys, every single guy who got on the field, in terms of doing the hard work to get a hold of the ball and then making good decisions with it and allowing us to get into good positive positions. You were never going to break an Amherst team quickly. They're too good, and they demonstrated great quality and perseverance, but eventually I thought some of our soccer qualities helped us take control of the game, and once we got the first goal, I felt we were in pretty good standing. But I'm very, very proud of the effort, and I don't want to be short-sighted. We have to turn the switch and get ready for tomorrow.
Questions?
Coach, just to start off, it seemed like in that first half there really wasn't too much in it either way. So what was the message to the group at halftime, where it seemed like you guys got the ball on the ground a lot more, we're starting to play a little bit more and find some success kind of moving forward with outside backs and midfield and combined?
I thought we emphasized just kind of being a little bit more simple in the middle third of the field. I thought once we are starting to find each other, especially the two attackers, Brett and TPP finding each other, we were going to be able to open them up laterally, and that's what the first goal comes from, right? Travis getting it, finding Brett being positive and taking a chance. But it's always going to be hard. They play with a ton of intensity, and it's very hard to get the game settled against Amherst. It just is. They're very good at their pressure. So it's going to take some time to get it settled, and we have to continue to work at it. So it was continue to do what we're doing. We thought we were in pretty good standing. We just had to simplify some things and trust each other to keep passing the ball.
Yeah, for you, Sterling, as Coach kind of mentions that intensity that Amherst brings, there were a lot of balls in the air, a lot of kind of physical challenges, and some guys coming out through injury and such. Just what have you learned from playing them so many times throughout your career of kind of what Justin's system brings and the challenges that presents you guys?
Yeah, well, like Coach said, when we come into Amherst, I think anybody in the NESCAC will tell you, when you come in to play Amherst, you kind of know what you're going to get, and it's never easy. You know that, with that system, I feel like they just come at you every single time, and it's always a competitive game, just because they're so committed to their system and they execute it pretty much to perfection. I think Coach Serpone over there has a system. I think he's done a great job with it. But I think what was important for us and what we try to stick to when we play Amherst is kind of just to stick to our style of play. We feel that if we play our game, that we can break them down and come out with a win. And I think we showed that well both times we played them this year, and especially today. I was really proud of the way that everyone on our team, especially our young guys, just sort of didn't get caught up in all the hype really. Just kind of played their own game. We saw Zach Sigelstein get a goal for us today. That was awesome to see one of our freshmen score. We've had Ian Daly, who's been our starting left back for almost the entire year, who played great today, played composed. So I think just sticking to our system, that's what we try to do. And today we executed it well, and it worked out for us.
For you, Connor, this is a team that it really seemed like, from my perspective, until about the 75th minute, there really wasn't too much consistent pressure from Amherst. So what was key for you in terms of kind of just keeping the back line organized and having another shutout building forward in the NCAA tournament is pretty big, I'm sure.
Yeah, so the coach emphasized before the game, focus and composure. It's the way we're going to match their intensity. I felt like in the back I was kind of mother hen. My spidey senses were always tingling, making sure what could go wrong will go wrong with Amherst, especially just because the ball is never dead and just their system of play. It was just really keeping our guys organized, highly communicating with them all the time. And the set pieces and dead balls are always very, very dangerous. And it was like Coach told me, he's like, don't do too much, just do what we have, do what you need. And I was able to execute that today and let the other guys do the dirty work.
And Coach, I might have the number of seniors wrong, but I think it's only 4 or 5 or so that are really a big part of this. So what have you kind of noticed from this group where the the two guys on your other side are kind of leaders of it, but then outside of it, I mean, there's a lot of guys who have been in games like this, but then again, they also haven't, and so I'm sure that's presented its own kind of challenge.
Yeah, it's always hard, but I think, you know, we're built to very well, or we're integrated through the classes, and I think, you know, freshmen are not isolated from our juniors and seniors, and they spend a lot of time together, and they watch how they conduct themselves, and they have conversations, you know, in training and here, but also at lunch, you know, or hanging out on Saturdays, and the conversation is like, how do we handle that? What do we do? You know, I think the teaching down through our team is a really, really strong quality we have, and I think our freshmen are not freshmen at this point. Right? These guys are sophomores or wherever. They've been in games, they've been in big games, and the NESCAC prepares you. Because we don't, you know, we go to Colby, it's 1-0. We go to Bates, it's 1-0. It's in overtime. We are battle tested all the time, every week. We don't, we won 2-3 games by more than 3 goals. You know, like, so it's like the guys are prepared to play in tough games and have to learn how to see games out. And I think they grow up quickly because they're challenged all the time. And the teaching top down from our senior class has been exceptional. These two guys, plus Jared and plus Jackson, have been great representatives of the program, been in huge games, and are making sure the guys around them are as well prepared for this stage as they can be.
It's just the last one for me would be, it's a turnaround now of about 24 hours, maybe even less. Health-wise, how are you guys holding up? And specifically, I saw Calvin was kind of just had the ice on his foot or something.
We're okay. No one's great. No one's great at this point. Everybody's hurting. And it's just about, and you know, the fact is, it's an unnatural thing to be ready to play in 24 hours. So how good can we be turning ourselves around, getting a mental refresh, being able to reboot, and then, you know, getting these guys in the ice tank and prepared to do the best they possibly can tomorrow. No one's going to feel 100%, but can our 85 be better than whoever else is on the field against us?
Sterling, what do you think you'll be up against tomorrow? You don't know who you're playing, but 2 teams from the New Jersey Athletic Conference.
Yeah.
What do you guys know about either of them at this point?
Yeah, we've played some NJAC teams in the past, and I think that it's just going to be, you know, I don't want to say it's going to be the exact same thing as Amherst, but they're just gritty teams. Like, we know that. We don't know which team we're going to be playing. We've played Montclair State before, and we've been watching both teams, and I think whoever we get, it's going to be an absolute battle. Should be a tough test, but we're going to be prepared for either situation. And like I said, we're just going to play our game and, you know, hope for the best.
Connor, 3rd straight Elite 8 for this group. I know you guys have goals to go further than that, but how much has the experience that you guys have as a team in NCAAs, what type of an advantage do you think that, how does that work to your advantage?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, experience is everything. For here, it's just keeping the nerves calm. And like we said, there's not a ton of guys who aren't experienced. Like we said, like, we're battle tested every single weekend, so it's just another like layer on that cake. And the younger guys are getting some great experience. The older guys are getting more experience, and it's definitely an X factor for us. It's an intangible where other teams are coming in. It's new territory for us. It's the same old. We know what stakes are to be had, and we know it's at what could possibly be. And for us, it's another week to practice with the boys. That's all we need.
Well, congrats on the win, guys, and thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.